Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to another video. And today we're in undisclosed location, but I want to make this video today, take the opportunity to talk about appointment setting. You know, you've seen a lot of the videos on my channel and we're heading into 2024. You probably got imposter syndrome. You see all these business models floating around, but you don't know which one you should take. That's fine because I speak to a lot of those type of people every day. They're asking me, which one should I do? Should I get into appointment setting? Should I get into high ticket sales? Well, today's video, I'm gonna solve that for you and hopefully give you an educated guide onto your next step. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel first. And if you're interested in one-on-one mentorship, I've already talked about it many times, but I have to remind you again, link in the description to apply. All right, so let's get into it. Should you get into appointment setting in 2024 still? So that's quite a loaded question. We need to look at it from a couple different angles, all right? So a couple questions we need to ask ourselves. Basically what it boils down to is, what does your life look like? Or what do you want your life to look like? What does the end goal look like? So do you want to be, for example, you want to be, you're working remotely, you're traveling the world, you're in like luxury hotel suites and you're still able to do your work and be pretty flexible? Or do you just see yourself, and this is just an example, right? Do you see yourself, being on the laptop all day, locking in 24/7? Do you see yourself talking to people on a daily basis, striking deals, building, learning all human psychology? Or do you just want to be behind the desk all day pushing buttons? Okay, so what you need to do first, and the first step, is just getting super clear on your ideal lifestyle, your ideal self. What are they going to be doing? What sort of skills do they have? Or what sort of skills would they have or be working on? And just really paint the picture there, because that's going to honestly be 80% of your answer, right? So if you actually want to click off the video right now, you can, but we're not going to do that. So design your life, your future life. What is your ideal version going to be doing? And then from that point on, it's going to be pretty simple to decide whether it's appointment setting, whether it's some other business model like drop shipping, Amazon FBA. Because look guys, there's no such thing as a saturated business model. There's no such thing as a business model that doesn't work, right? There's very few exceptions, but the main reasoning for that is just simply because there's a millionaire or plenty of millionaires or billionaires in every industry. There's people that have made tons and tons of money and become very successful in their chosen industry, right? So that's enough proof of concept for you to know that what they're doing, what industry you're in, is gonna work no matter what, right? Maybe they just had more time in the game and made more mistakes quicker and applied more successes and applied more of the lessons quicker, okay? So they all do work. There's no such thing as a saturated niche. It's just now you need to decide, which one should I go with? How can I have more time in the game as possible? And that's simply through staying consistent in what you do and constantly testing things out, seeing what works, what doesn't. But I want you to get out of your head that a niche is saturated, okay? There's millionaires and billionaires in every niche. So whichever one you go with, doesn't matter. You're gonna be successful with it as long as you stick to it, all right? But when it comes to appointment setting, is this right for me? Okay, so with appointment setting, what does a day in the life look like? Typically, it's very flexible, right? Depending on the offer that you're on, it's pretty flexible. All appointment setting is just you get on your laptop, you get on your phone, and you pretty much just book meetings. That's your sole purpose, and you get commission on the meetings that you do close that you've set, okay? Whether that's 2%, 3%, 5%, all the way up to 15, 20%, that's basically how it goes, okay? The question I get a lot as well is, how many hours a day do I have to put into this? And I'm gonna say, it's probably what you don't wanna hear, but the more the better, right? It's gonna depend on, again, your offer. It's gonna depend on how concentrated you are during your work sessions, because obviously, if you're more dialed in one day and that's why I recommend doing deep work and actually putting your phone away and actually focusing on the task at hand, then you can get the same amount of work done in a shorter amount of time, right? You're gonna be more productive doing 2 hours of focused work than 6 hours of half doing your work, half on your phone, okay? So that's gonna be all up to you. I know, as you get into this space and you're applying for positions, some companies, right, they're gonna say, oh, you need to commit X amount of hours to our role, okay? I never got that, but I do understand where they're coming from. So in that case then, just go with what your schedule currently allows. So for example, if you're in the 9 to 5 and you gotta make sacrifices along the way, I understand not everyone will find that easy, but if this is something you want to pursue, you have to make sacrifices, okay? So if you got time after work to devote and build and grind this out and start stacking cash through appointment setting, do it. If you got time on the weekends, do it. If you have to sacrifice some nights partying and going out, do it. If you have class, right, and if you can wake up early in the morning, do it before you go to class. All right, just find ways to make the time, because ultimately, if you find it important enough, if it's enough of a priority, you'll find a way. Okay, so typically though, if you want a concrete answer, I'd say around 2 to 6 hours a day is more than feasible with appointment setting. That's from what I've seen. So now we've decided and we've gone through, okay, what does the ideal version of me look like? What are they going to be doing? And is appointment setting going to fit into that picture? How many hours does it require to actually become successful and start making, a good amount of income through it? We've already gone through that. And then the last thing as well, it's gonna come down to skills. So I kind of expanded on that earlier, but ultimately it's like, what sort of skills do you want to pick up? Okay, we've got, for example, with e-commerce, they're going to learn about marketing. You're going to learn about supplier management, or I'm not into e-commerce, so I don't know, I'm butchering it, but you're going to learn a ton of skills there. You're going to come up with your own skill set there, with Amazon FBA, with real estate, with sales, with appointment setting. With appointment setting, you're going to come up with, you're going to learn how to sell, you're going to learn marketing, you're going to learn, CRM management, so keeping up with your leads. And then you're also going to develop a lot of character traits and mindset shifts as well, being in this game, all right? So ultimately, guys, I'm going to put the ball in your court, and you're going to ultimately decide if appointment setting is right for you or not. Personally, I can go off of my experience only, and it's changed my life. It's changed the other, my audience's life, my subscribers' life. And if it hasn't yet, then it soon will, because that's just how it is, right? That's just what we do with the source. And yeah, ultimately, the ball's going to be in your court, whether you decide you want to do appointment setting, high ticket sales. It's up to you. But I hope this was a good enough guide as I can make it, and it hopefully points you in the right direction. And if you're still stuck, you can hit me up on Instagram. It's down below if you have any questions and you're still unsure with your decision. But I'm going to leave you with this last note, and that no matter what you pick, whether that's appointment setting, high ticket sales, I don't care. I honestly don't care what you pick. With whatever you pick, commit to it, okay? Don't do what 90% of other people, especially in 2024 now, we have to kick old habits from 2023 and before. And a lot of old habits, one that's very, very infamous is shiny object syndrome. And that means bunny hopping from one, let's say business model in this case, to another, simply because you've hit some resistance along the way, you found it too hard. Now you kind of just wanna tap out and go on to the next one, just because you feel like the grass is greener. I want you to get rid of that, because if you keep doing that in 2024, nothing's gonna change. You're not gonna get the life you want, you're not gonna get the income you want, the freedom, whatever you wanna call it. You're not gonna get that if you just keep bunny hopping and not sticking to one thing and focusing, okay? So if you decide you wanna go into appointment setting, I'm your guide. You can go through my YouTube videos, you can DM me. But if it's something else, whatever it is, I want you this year, just stick with it, okay? Can you promise me that? Good. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. And again, you can DM me if you have any more questions and you're still a bit confused. But yeah, that's my verdict, that's my answer. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.